on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, this story broke in May, and I remember this name, and a lot of you guys that follow true crime might have remembered this story, but it's recently came back and made news because the parents in this abuse case, and it's a child abuse case, so you got to ready yourself for it, have been, their charges have been put up as first-degree murder, and they're seeking the death penalty. And I hope to God they get it for what they did to this little girl pictured here. Bam, let's put her up there. This little girl was Melinda Hoagland. She was 12 years old. According to reports, this girl was taken to the hospital in May, where she died. They said this girl at 12 years of age weighed 50 pounds with at least a half a dozen broken bones and other bruises. Now, these two people that you see up here, these two pieces of filth, are Rendell Hoagland, 52. He's the actual father of 12-year-old Melinda. And the woman that's with her is his girlfriend, Cindy Warren, age 45. Allegedly, they tortured, starved, abused this girl, chained her to furniture. And all of this happened in their home in West Combe Township, which is 45 miles outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Take a look at this story, and I'm going to come back and read a couple things to you that are unsettling. Check it out.
But first, this evening, prosecutors are now pursuing the death penalty in the brutal death of a 12-year-old Chester County girl. We're following new developments in this case on your News at 5. Our investigative team has followed this tragic story for months now, and prosecutors call what Melinda Hoagland's father and his girlfriend did torture. And now they're joined by Melinda's family as they seek justice. I'm Yuki Washington.
I'm Jessica Cartalia. Both Rendell Hoagland and Cindy Warren face first and third-degree murder charges. Chief investigative reporter Joe Holden walks us through what happens next in this case. And we do want to warn you, some of the details are very disturbing.
Good evening. We have to warn you, some of the details released today by prosecutors are very difficult to listen to. They say 12-year-old Melinda Hoagland had sustained so much torture and abuse over years that she was programmed. In their words, prosecutors say programmed not to report it. Investigators say Rendell Hoagland and Cindy Warren unleashed years' worth of so much torture and terror on 12-year-old Melinda Hoagland, they're now pursuing the death penalty against the couple from the Coatesville area.
Melinda was struck in the face so badly that she had to be held home from school because makeup would not cover up her injuries. They forced her to do endless amounts of chores. They forced her to do endless amounts of exercise, all while berating her and calling her an idiot.
Melinda died in early May, arriving at the hospital weighing only 50 pounds after detectives say she was unconscious for hours. Over the course of an extensive CBS News Philadelphia investigation, we uncovered missed red flags. Melinda had been removed from school by Hoagland and Warren. And because her own mother was unable to care for her due to a serious illness, Melinda ended up in the care of Cindy Warren, a woman who had been convicted of child endangerment in 2009. There were even court orders barring Warren from being around Melinda for extended periods of time. Attorneys Tom Bosworth and Alexandria Crothamel represent Melinda's estate and her 3 older half-sisters.
They are very upset to hear the extreme details that were released today, but at the same time, they want justice for Melinda. So they're torn between supporting their sister and dealing with their father.
They're pushing for the creation of a database that tracks child abuse offenders, given Cindy Warren's history.
These folks were only allowed to be in this environment with this child only after repeated failures by the very people who are responsible for the welfare of our children.
Now neither Cindy Warren nor Rendell Hoagland have commented about the allegations they are facing. They are both due back in court late next month for a preliminary hearing. Outside the Chester County Courthouse, Joe Holden, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Hey guys, that's the story about these two pieces of shit and what they did to this little girl. And you've seen, you know, they're blaming the system for this and stuff like that. But I mean, a lot of this falls on primarily on the father. And let me read some of these particulars with this story, guys. It said the girl was rushed to the hospital on May 4th after her father found her unresponsive around 7:30 p.m. She died less than 3 hours later. While she was at Paoli Hospital, staff saw she was emaciated and weighed only 50 pounds, the Chester District County's office said. The average weight for a 12-year-old girl is around 68 and 136 pounds, according to the CDC data. Melinda had bruises all over her body and at least 6 broken bones. Her organs were also failing, the district's county's office said. Melinda was subjected to evil and torment that no child should ever have to endure. I am grateful that every first responder and law enforcement officer who was working tirelessly on this case. Chester County District Attorney Christopher L. Barena Sarabe said in a statement. Together we will get justice for Melinda. Another child in the home, Warren's 9-year-old son, appeared to be well treated, the district attorney said. Melinda was pulled from school in late November and was moved to online schooling at home, prosecutors said. Cell phone videos and messages of both the defendants' phones recovered by authorities show the girl's ankle was cuffed to furniture and that she was verbally berated by her father and father's girlfriend, prosecutors said. They also allegedly forced her to do squats and run in place while she was still shackled, the district attorney's office said. When she did something the pair didn't like, she was denied meals, prosecutors alleged. After she was pulled from school, Deborah Sarabi said in a press conference, steamed by local news, she had incredibly limited access to the outside world. Her father allegedly claimed when medics reached her and that she struck a tree while riding her bike, according to an affidavit obtained by the local news station. But the district attorney found the claims dubious. Westcombe Police Chief Kurt Martinez said Melinda's death was a horrific case of child abuse. Both Rendell and Hoagland and Cindy Warren were arrested on May 6th and charged with attempted criminal homicide, aggravated assault, kidnapping, and other related criminal charges. That's the horrific details that led to the demise of this 12-year-old girl, Melinda Hoagland. May she rest in peace. And I'm going to be honest with you, shit like this pisses me off to no extent. You know why? Because it's hard enough to focus on the abuse of a child. But the mental abuse, a lot of people don't think about that sometimes. I mean, we glance over it, but they broke this child like she was a damn slave. Had her shackled by her foot, by her ankle, like a fucking elephant or a wild animal. Or like a dog out in the street that can run in circles but can't go no fucking where. This is your kid, Rendell, your fucking kid. You chose coochie over your own goddamn child. Now this woman is a convicted child abuser from 2009. She's not even supposed to be around this girl. Child abuse offender. And you had around your kid. Because the love for this woman was greater than the love that came out of your loins in the form of this little girl. Guys, they said cause of death was various blunt force injuries and starvation. I don't know if y'all ever been hungry to the point where you want to eat your own damn fingernails, but it's not a good place to be, health-wise, physically. Undying hunger, overwhelming pain. Nobody should go through that, let alone a damn child. And you watch this unfold as a man in the house, the leader. What kind of woman doesn't have empathy for a child, whether it's hers or not? Said she had 75 bruises, contusions, lacerations, ulcers, pressure sores when she went to the hospital. What this motherfucker say? Oh, she hit her head. She riding bike, rolled into a tree and hit her head. Come on, man. Come on, man. They should have took him outside and decapitated him right there while his dumbass girlfriend watched, and she followed right behind him. So it was a 9-year-old kid in the house. Said she has 3 half siblings, so I guess they kids by him too. They was all well taken care of. Why was she treated like that? Oh, because she didn't come from the coochie of this woman. Y'all making this girl do squats and various stuff to punish her, but y'all fat as fuck. Y'all should have been doing the goddamn exercises. On top of that, every time she did something wrong, you berated her. Mental, mental, mental. It's like Chinese water torture. Just dripping, dripping, dripping. You tell somebody, especially a child, something long enough, they become it. You're nothing. You're less than nothing. What does that do with the growth and development of a child when you constantly going to her psyche with a sledgehammer? And she ain't the only one right now. At the time of me making this video, another child is succumbing to some kind of horrific torture by the parents that they, want to love them. This should not be tolerated at all. These type of people that do this, where they destroy the civil rights and they destroy just break down children, which are the future of tomorrow, they should get no deals. They should get no wins. Why is they getting fed right now? She can't eat. Why are they being able to sleep? Her slumber's forever. So should theirs. Extreme crimes need extreme punishments. Get them the fuck out of here. They from up there, what? Westcombe Township? It's a lot of flowers up there. You could take your pick of what you want your face to be in the last time before somebody blow your fucking face off. This is tragedy, man. And this is a lot of things. I mean, look at the way the world is now, guys. People are having babies and throwing them in plastic bags and just throwing them in the dumpster. Newborn babies, boom. You walk down the street, baby crying, boom. People shooting people, leaving them on the side of the road. The world is fucked up right now. And America is tilted on its axis. Man, this young lady, Melinda Hoagland, rest in peace. I remember that name, but I remember the story too. But they calling this a horrific case of child abuse. It's also a horrific case of parenting. And kids don't ask to be here. She couldn't live with her mother. The thing that's flabbergasting me about this whole thing is, bro, you had your kid. You had your kid. You could have lived harmoniously with your child. You know how many of us would kill to have our own kids and not have to deal with baby mama drama and all kind of other stuff? You had your baby. And all you did was show that you wasn't shit. As a man, a father, especially a human being. Fuck you and your girl. They need to take you both out back and fry you in fish grease. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. What kind of psyche do you think it plays on those kids seeing her being abused like that? What kind of lives do you think they'll have? What kind of parents do you think they'll be after being parented by these two animals? It's something to think about. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.